What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on The Point. So, I'm really feeling really good these last couple of weeks, or lately, I should say. Our channel has grown pretty nicely.
True.
Last time I checked,
100, right? We're getting close.
Well,
Almost at 100.
so
I would say that.
I-
We're like 30 short, but whatever.
yeah. Hey,
As
that's a
close
hint. That's a hint. 30 people.
Yeah,
if you're not subscribed,
If you know 30 people, please get their YouTube accounts now.
yeah. But I mean, our channel's growing.
True.
It's good.
True.
We have a good following.
Also true. We're getting comments.
Yes.
Getting badass comments.
Definitely. So lately I've been in a really good mood, but it's also for, also the season. This is probably the best time of the year. And
Spook season.
Something like that.
It's spook season, bitches.
If you're in San Antonio now, this means that you're going from 90 degrees to 85 degrees.
Hell
We
yeah.
got a cold front coming, baby.
90 to 89. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
it's going to be super cold. It's going to be 80 degrees.
Woo.
So for us, that makes the difference, man. But yeah, no, so we're in October. So, it's good for a lot of reasons. But the main one is, Halloween is coming up. So with that being into mind, let's talk about scary stuff.
All right.
So horror movies in general, I guess, would be the very best topic that everybody loves about Halloween. That and dressing up.
I love to dress up.
Well, not Mark, but
I'm
this
the
year
worst.
he's gonna be a slutty nurse.
I'm
So-
going to be a slutty nurse.
It's the same.
I'm also going to dress up as a slutty tree.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to have my trunk hanging out, if you will. I think you know what that means.
There ain't enough there for
it is
Yeah.
not a big branch.
It's not a branch.
Let's say nobody will be hanging on this
Let's
one.
just say there's going to be a limb and a few leaves, if you know what I mean.
If it's
Yeah.
green, you should get that check, buddy.
It's a pecan tree.
Yeah, but no, definitely. Let's jump into talking about some horror movies. So I guess the first thing that comes to mind is, who would you be most scared as far as killers from horror movie genres to go up against?
I just want to let it be known I am the worst with horror movies. I've seen maybe 5 horror movies in my life. So I am going to just be here for jokes and being drunk. That's it.
Well, he's drunk for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely drunk.
If you didn't see our last episode, he
yes,
drank
I took-
moonshine,
I
so he's
took,
drunk
several
right
It's
now.
like a
moonshine.
preface to this episode.
Oh no, let's not talk about that. But I did watch it recently, like a month and a half ago. I watched It 2, which was a super great movie. I only watched it because of Bill Hader, and that's it. Goodbye.
He dies at the end.
He does not die at the end.
Spoiler!
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I ruined it for people.
Oh no.
I mean, anybody who's seen the original knows who lives and who dies. So,
True.
anyways, back to your question: who would I be most terrified of chasing me? It would honestly have to be the creeper from Jeepers Creepers, as far as chasing goes, because that bitch can fly, and he's everywhere, and he can get you anyway. Even you can't even hide in your car because he will rip that shit apart and get you. So on foot, in a vehicle, there's no getting away.
Okay.
And if you have like the likes of a humanoid or a human person, like one of your favorites, which is Ghostface chasing you, can run that bitch down with the car.
Yeah, I like how you didn't use the
You want
other.
to preface that? You want to preface that?
I like how we've been debating what you said originally about how you get rid of Ghostface.
Yeah, with these guns, baby.
Doesn't work in a Democrat household.
With what good step?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Watch the WMDs, baby.
Mark.
I am scared of clowns, so I will have to go with Pennywise. Can you just imagine you getting attacked
by the
not
dancing
only
clown?
by a dancing clown, not only when you're 27, but then he leaves, and then he comes back when you're 54 years old? That's insane. I cannot imagine getting attacked when I'm Joey's age over there. Get attacked by 50. No, yeah, I'm super scared of clowns though. So Pennywise, please stay away from me.
Fuck, that's all you're gonna dream of tonight.
That's it. Yeah, I'm only gonna think of clowns.
You
and
want to
Joey.
hear something funny?
Huh.
You were terrified of clowns. So was my
I am.
oldest sister.
Really?
My mom loved clowns. She had clown
What?
figurines all over her
Oh,
home.
God.
Who loves clowns? That's such a weird
She
thing
had
to love.
she had masks all along the wall.
Ooh.
She had figurines on her shelves. She had a lot of collectibles when she was alive. And I actually, when I was in elementary, I made her this clay clown that she kept for a long time.
Do you think that's the reason that you were hit by several cars as a kid?
I mean,
Because
I can delve I can delve into the dark arts that caused that, but we'll save that for later. You piece of shit.
Go check out that video too.
yeah, watch our other video.
Mark's making a lot of
Fun
good
stories.
references to the other video.
Drunk Mark, the best Mark.
Yes. From now on, it will be Esteban Axel featuring Drunk
Drunk
Mark. Sober Mark, you will never see a sober Mark again in this show.
They've
At
never
the end
seen
of
a
the
sober
season, he's
Mark.
gonna be dead
Yeah.
from fucking liver failure.
That is expensive. We're gonna-
But will we have 100 subscribers? Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
We'll be at 97 when I die. Peter.
Oh, we were so close. I would hate going up against Freddy Krueger.
That is a
Realistic.
good one.
Dude, I sleep like 8 to 12 hours, somewhere around there, when I get the time. So, man, if he takes that away from me, I hate him. I mean, there's no need to be, going really deep into that one. It's pretty. Everybody knows who Freddy is by now.
But in your dreams, you control everything.
Yeah, no, I'm not aware when I'm asleep. All right.
There have
I'm
been
not
a few
that type of person.
instances where I've been aware where I was asleep, and it was awesome.
You've actually done lucid dreaming like that,
Uh,
for real? I've never been able to do it. So.
Yeah.
He met Kylie and then.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Flew
gonna-
over.
You want to know what it was? One of
Oh
them.
no.
It was when I was a kid. I went Super Saiyan, bro.
Oh my god.
And Ghostface could not stop these guns right here.
You would not outlive Ghostface, man. Ghostface is
outran
always
Ghostface.
somebody that's close to you, man. He
That's
gets you.
true.
He gets you. Out of us three, who do you think would be? Well,
Like-
also feel free to comment on this. But out of us, who would be the survivor at the end?
Against Ghostface?
No, against any horror.
Any horror movie.
Any horror
I
movie.
mean, by default, you would have to be you because
think?
you could outrun us.
That's
you
true.
could
I have
pull
a
it.
bad back.
You could pull a Shane and cap one of us in the leg.
Do alcoholics normally live?
No, I think you
Oh,
would
yeah.
die first.
I would hope so. I'd be there taking shots with him.
It would be Mark.
Yeah.
He gets the Drew Barrymore treatment. He gets killed within the first
The
5 minutes.
pretty blonde with the big boobs that dies at the end, at the beginning. Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
I don't know. I wonder who would win. Or who would live longest?
I definitely want to see it in the comments. I want to see. Who they think
definitely
would
let us
survive.
know.
Who dies first, and then who survives.
Mark does first. I'm gonna put my money on Axel. I mean,
You think?
You think Axel
Yeah.
would survive?
yes, Esteban. I think Axel survives. I think.
I think. Yeah. Well, honestly,
I think I'm extreme.
they're basing this on athleticism. When I think in horror movies that doesn't matter. I think it's a smarter character who wins.
I'm very clever.
I'm not saying I'm stupid, but I'm I'm saying this guy has college in him. I would hope that degree helps him live. Well, Joey, no one cares what you said.
I'm flattered.
I'm just saying. Anyone who's been hit by several red cars, I'm not gonna trust.
Oh.
I'm just saying, Red Point is stuck out the most in life.
You can take a beating. He's like the black dude in the movies.
We're not.
Hey,
Thank
you
God
know
that
what,
you can't
though?
hear that. Thank
You know-
God you can't hear what Joey just
and
said.
Joey can also comment on this one. I'm surprised that he didn't say that he would be the one that survives because he'd be like, that killer would have no chance against me.
Yeah, man.
With the amount of confidence that he comes with.
Esteban would be like,
I would take that guy to the paint.
Esteban would be like, yeah, I have. You could put 3 killers on me against one. I'll take on all 3 killers.
I'll stab Michael. That's it.
I would stalk Michael, and then I'd be in Freddy Krueger's nightmare.
I was just.
And then I would rip out the car that Jeepers Creepers is driving.
Freddy's waking up like, oh no, Esteban was here.
Esteban in his eyes is Chuck Norris.
For those of y'all that don't understand why we're laughing, is Esteban, every time we talk to him about basketball or some stuff, he is so confident.
You don't
that he's gonna
understand, man.
win.
I'm just saying, I beat a team 7-on-1 before. I literally let the coach and one bench player come in. I beat them 23-1, and we were only playing up to 21. I scored the extra 2 points on them.
Just because I could, dude.
Oh man.
Because I could.
Wow. Oh Jesus, that's great, man. That's great.
That was good. Made me sweat there.
I still can't get over it. No, yeah. What was the scary movie that scared you when you were little though?
Me, hands down, and I know a lot of people are gonna agree with this, is the original Exorcist with Linda Blair. Like, my goodness, it has traumatized me. I curse my mother for letting me watch it when I was a child. I'm just kidding. I love my mom. But still, she should have never let me watch that. I am fucking horrified of anything remotely close to demonic possessions in terms of movies. Like, I cannot watch it. I cannot. So many things go through my head. It got to the point where for years, even as a teenager, I could not shower with my eyes closed. I could not.
Fucking red eyes coming out of the shower.
Like, I could not. Like, as I'm shampooing, I would keep one eye.
Esteban with his big old afro.
Like, every you don't even know how big that afro was.
Oh god.
It was bad. It was bad. My mind is a curious thing, and things have a tendency to stick with me. And the trauma I experienced watching that movie was just, it's too much. You know, the shitty part of it all is, as a child, you're naive. I watched all the remakes and the sequels and everything after that as well, because my family's real big on scary movies. Even to this day, my oldest sister, she lets all her kids watch horror movies that I would never watch myself. And these children are mocking me.
Like the
They're like 8 to 10 years old, all mocking me. Oh, this person's gonna get you. Shut up! I'll kick you.
Did you like the Emily Rose one? Since you
I never watched it.
some people consider it one of the weaker ones in
It
the whole
was.
series.
That was more of
Or
a trial.
franchise.
I've seen like documentaries on it, and excuse me, I watch a lot of ghost shows with my wife,
Yeah.
and they've done a lot of research on Emily Rose, and it is a curious case, but that one is not interesting to me.
No.
Mm-mm.
You?
Oh man, I was very scared of. What movie was I scared of? I was scared of The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. I was very scared of a middle-aged white woman picking me up from the street, trying to make me run as fast as I can to make a football team. Still traumatizes me to this day.
Instead of Big Mike, it was Big
Yeah,
Mark.
It was Big Mark, and I couldn't make the football team. They put me back on the street afterwards.
I can't profit off of you. I'm gonna throw you back.
You ain't going to no Ole Miss. You're going to Sac.
Oh man.
No, I was very scared as a little kid of all scary movies. I would watch, my cousins and family would make me watch the Paranormal Activity movies.
Oh, okay.
And I was
You were
always that
scared
kid.
of that?
Oh, dude, I was literally, still to this day, probably if I try and watch it, I'll do the like,
Oh my
"Ugh."
gosh!
I'm gonna cover like quarter of my
That movie
eye.
was alright. It wasn't like I can do that. I can do ghost movies. I
Esteban,
can do like.
I am a bitch, man.
Like,
I don't know what you want
You know,
me to tell you.
A lot of people are scared of Chucky,
Oh no.
and like that to
Nah,
me
that was
is
funny.
comical.
Yeah,
like,
there's
you-
some funny or there's some horror
even,
movies that are so
even
dumb.
Annabelle, like Annabelle, it's a freaking doll, dude.
Okay, I'm scared of Annabelle.
You just kick that shit away from you, or just do what Shorty did in
confidence
a haunted
speaking.
house.
Yeah. Chucky, Annabelle, and the Bride of Chucky. I'll go 3-on-1 on them in basketball. Dunk over all three of them. They
mean,
can stack up on each other's shoulders.
They're
It
like
doesn't
2
matter.
feet tall, so. Funny story about dunking. Just on a side note. Just on a side
When I
note.
had my afro,
only
I could
because-
dunk better than I could now.
Only because this is funny. But I used to be in the Big Brother Big Sister program in high school, and yeah, were you with me when we went to Bonham? You remember when I dunked on the 8-foot rim? You may not have been there. I dunked on the 8-foot rim at Bonham
You weren't there,
Elementary.
nor was anyone else there.
And-
But he did it.
No. We were there with the kids, and I was just showing off to my kid that I was sponsoring, and I dunked 2 hands on the rim, and I slipped because I'm a heavy guy, and I landed flat on my back, and all the kids were laughing at me, but I still did it though. So, win.
There's a small rumor, I don't know where it's coming from. It might be Esteban creating it, that Jordan actually copied him.
Oh yeah, Jordan actually.
Yeah. Jordan actually went to the school and saw him jumping from the free throw line.
Esteban. No one knows about it. Esteban actually jumped from the 3-point line to there.
A lot of people don't know this, but that Jordan logo isn't Jordan, it's Esteban.
Man. He just had to take down the afro.
It had to come out, Yeah.
It
just had to come out.
When I was little, I was scared of the Ring.
Ooh.
Oh, that was
I used to be legit scared of that shit. I had a TV in my room. I'd put a towel over the TV. I'd be like, man,
because that's gonna stop it.
Ain't no bitch getting me today. I'll tell you
Everyone
that.
knows you can't get through a towel from Dollar General.
Unplug TV, towel over it. I wouldn't even get up to go to the restroom because when I was going through the hall, like I could see the TV straight in the living room. And I was like, oh, hell no, out of nowhere, the TV's going to turn on, the little ring's going to be on, and I'm just like, typical blonde chick just going to walk slowly watching what it is. And
with that in
Scared
mind, my siblings could be very cruel growing up. What they would have done to me if I was afraid of that movie is in the middle of the night, they would have played it at that exact moment where the ring pops on so that it wakes me up and I just see that.
Well, I actually do that.
That's what my siblings do to me.
Well, I actually, my mom has a smart TV, so all I do is like when I see that my brothers are up at night, well, when I used to stay with them, if they were up on the PlayStation or whatever and it's like 2, 3 in the morning, I would just go on YouTube and then send it to the smart TV, and then the little home movie, that thing, it started playing on the TV. It never worked on the older one, but the little one would be like, what the fuck is this? Like,
you do that to us as friends though, and you also do that to your daughter.
I like scaring
where
people.
You have like the horror stuff, like you'll send that to us in a group message. Mind
Oh
you,
yeah.
both your wife and I like aren't amazing with scary stuff. Nico is better at than I am, but I still like, you'll send it to me at the middle of the night, and then you also, whenever we're hanging out drinking, you'll also put it on the TV randomly.
I'll post my favorite GIF that I like sending at the middle of the night to people randomly on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you since you don't have an Instagram, but there's this one particular GIF that I just love tormenting people with. So what it is it's just like this creepy little thing staring at you in the dark. All you see is the eyes. But I send one that's a still screenshot, and then I spam it, right? And then at some point I send the GIF where it's actually the eyes are moving. And then I send this, like, if you can see the eyes moving at some point, they say that, she's close by. And then I send that a lot. I don't know why. It's just, I love tormenting people. It's a hobby. So, I guess that pretty much is going to wrap it up, unless you have something.
So, let's clarify one thing
Right.
that we were talking about earlier. Horror versus thriller. You say Scream is a horror movie.
Scream is a horror movie.
It is not. It's a thriller. What classifies it as a horror movie?
It's someone in a fucking mask that would scare you if you just saw him
That's
randomly.
If I shit myself during the movie, it's a horror movie. The part where Lion King's dad dies, poor Simba, his dad dies, that's a horror movie now.
Fucking Kazam.
What's the emotion that would go through your body if you saw someone like Ghostface?
So
Shit myself.
watching the movie, as you're watching it, you're speaking on emotions. What are you feeling? Are you feeling anxious? Like when you watch it the first time, are you scared? Or are you feeling more anxious and suspense?
A little bit of
Shitting
both,
of
dude.
myself.
Exactly. You're feeling that. That's
Just
the
like 6
suspense.
months shitting
That's a
on myself.
thriller.
I don't
A
know,
horror
man.
movie has you on the edge of your seat, terrified, ready for something to jump out at you. That's a horror movie.
I guess the way I see it is, if I was in there though, I would be the one who'd be all in horror.
But yeah, so it's not horror, bro. It's thriller, suspense, even.
If you guys think that Scream is actually a horror movie instead of a thriller movie, please comment it in the comments or anywhere else that you can put anything.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Is Axel wrong? Am I wrong? I'm not. but
No.
let us know. What
He's
you think.
confidently speaking this time again, guys.
I'm
Afro
stating.
Esteban
Yeah,
strikes
stating-
again.
everybody who
facts.
commented, I could dunk on them too. That's just
If you disagree with me, we will have a pickup game.
I will dunk.
I'll show
all
you
five
what's
of
up.
you that comment. I will dunk on all 5 of you.
We're just gonna have to adjust the room. a little
You know
bit.
though, okay, just last one before. Oh, I did the little Donald Trump.
Yeah,
most
last
beautiful,
one,
most beautiful,
We're the
scary
biggest,
movie
greatest
ever. And, no, what's better, the classic horror movies or all the remakes that are coming up?
I kind of like some of the remakes, honestly. I loved it too.
I dig the remakes. I like it more modernized. I like that it's more realistic.
Mhm.
But for the time when I started watching horror movies as a child, nothing terrified me more. Like, I can watch today's horror films and I'm perfectly fine. If I watch as a child watching the horror movies that I watched when I was younger, those things, like I said, they traumatized me, developed into a phobia. Which I still carry with me today. So, I mean, today's movies don't do that to me. Could be because I'm older and I'm not as naive as I was as a child, but they don't scare me the way that they did.
I am still a naive little bitch, so I am still scared by today's movies. No, I think with what they're able to do with technological advances, just looking at what they did between the old It and the new It from this year. I mean, it's just, or from this, what was it, 2 years ago, last year? It's so amazing to see whatever they were able to do and able to add. I'm not in it for all remakes because there's obviously some shitty remakes that we've seen over the years, but with horror movies, they're able to do so much cooler things than what they were able to even 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is there a remake that you feel should be made that hasn't been made yet?
The Blind Side
Oh my god.
still with Sandra Bullock
Cause
scaring, yeah. The
Uh,
Mexican boy.
A remake that I feel should be remade but isn't, as far as horror films go.
I just want to Scream 5.
No.
I know remake. I just want a 5. That's it.
I
That's
mean,
it.
they've rebooted just about
Everything,
Did
right?
they get a
yeah.
TV show for it already?
Yeah. No, that doesn't satisfy me.
Invaders from Mars.
Nothing?
Killer Clowns
No?
from Outer
Nothing?
Space? I don't know.
Y'all should let us know if y'all see or think of any remake movie
Killer
that y'all like
Clowns.
to see. The Leprechaun?
They did remake the Leprechaun. I
Did
thought. Yeah, I think they did.
The only thing I will say that I'm tired of is like
Maybe like Night of the
the
Living
movies that aren't that scary and they keep making them and making them and making them. What are they on the like what Wrong Turn? What number 4 or 5?
They're making.
The first one was good.
They're making a remake of that first.
Ugh.
There's too many remakes. Like, let's get some originality in there.
Yeah.
It's hard to be original. They need
Yeah,
to do a
no,
Swamp
no.
Thing.
A Swamp Thing?
Remake of Swamp Thing, the original.
Or
Oh, okay.
Or what was it?
Who Framed
Blob.
Roger Rabbit?
Toxic Avenger.
The Blob.
Toxic Avenger.
Fuck out
The
of here.
Blob.
It's not a horror film. But yeah, no, definitely let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. I
If you
think
have any
that pretty
remakes.
much wraps it up for us today.
Mhm.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for joining us today.
See ya.
Peace.
Ah!
No.
No.
I was prepared.
Hey guys, Joey said I have to record an outro or else he's not letting me leave his house. So please like and subscribe to our videos because I want to leave. Thank you.